Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and today I will be uploading this second video, just because we already have the squad list for tomorrow that was released by Carlo Ancelotti like 1 hour ago. It's very interesting, let me tell you why, and also we will be talking about the most controversial statement from Carlo Ancelotti today in the press conference prior to the game against Osasuna, where he in somehow has blasted to Eden Hazard. But it's not because he's not doing his job, he's not doing something in the right way, he's not in shape or things like that. No, on the other hand, it's because he has said something that, there's actually nothing Eden Hazard can do about that. I mean, actually, it is something that, if I were Eden Hazard, after listening these words from my coach, I would pack up and prepare for my next destination and maybe start to look for another team for the next season, because Carlo Ancelotti essentially said that he won't count anymore on Eden Hazard. But I will go over that later on, because before that stuff, the most important thing for now, it is to share with you all the squad list that, like I said, has been released like 1 hour ago. And it is pretty interesting because there were rumors and speculations about all the players that might be not included in that squad list, but finally they have been included. So let me go over it and let me share with you all the names first, and then we can comment a little bit longer. So goalkeepers, it's going to be Courtois, Lunin, and Toni Fuidias. Defenders, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Vallejo, Nacho, Marcelo, and Mendy. Midfielders, for Kroos, Modric, Casemiro, Lucas, Camavinga, and Antonio Blanco. Forwards, for Hazard, Benzema, Jovic, Asensio, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Mariano. So as you can see, guys, we have to Luka Jovic, who showed up this morning in the training ground. So that's why he has been included in the squad list, because apparently he has nothing. He's completely recovered. He's full 100% ready to go. So that's why the Serbian player has been included in that squad list. The other name that was still in the air and nobody really knew what was going to happen, whether out of the squad list or included in the squad list, it was about Benzema. But the French player, this morning, he showed up as well in the training ground and the practice. So apparently he's okay. He's perfectly right. And there's no major problem for him not to be tomorrow against Osasuna. The problem with Karim Benzema, as you know, it was that he was kind of, not injured, but he had something in the foot, and nobody really knew if he was going to be able to make it actually against Barcelona, but he made it through. He was in El Clásico. He forced himself a little bit, and then the next 2 days he didn't show up in the practice. So that's why there were a lot of rumors and speculations for Karim Benzema to stay out of the squad for this game. And actually, I would say that there is a 30% chance for him to start the game from the bench. I can't rule out for now that Karim Benzema will start the game from the bench, just because if there is one player, or if there is a bunch of players who have been playing a lot of minutes so far, one of those is Karim Benzema. So that is the reason why, if there is a player who really need a little break, a little rest, it is Karim Benzema. So to me, if Carlo Ancelotti decides to go ahead and line up to Luka Jovic instead of Karim Benzema, I would be okay with that. That'd be great, and I would understand 100% the decision. Because what I don't want to happen is to have a player like Karim Benzema injured for a couple months out of the squad, because unlike other prior seasons, this season, Karim Benzema is being called over and over again by the national team of France. So that means he's not only playing for Real Madrid, but also he's playing as well for the national team of France. So that means he's playing more than ever. He's piling up way more minutes than ever before. So his chances for get injured or something like that go to the roof. So that's why this season, for the first time, Carlo Ancelotti will have to dosify a little bit to the French player. I mean, there is a reason, a very good reason for it. This is this is a problem Zinedine Zidane had never faced to. Because for him, when he was out of the national team, it was okay because Benzema was 100% for Real Madrid, that's it. But this year is a kind of different, So that's why if he starts from the bench, in my opinion, that'd be great. On the other hand, I want to let you know something else. It's got to be regarding to Courtois and Lunin. Because tomorrow we might see, Lunin might make his debut in La Liga for the first time. And there is another reason for it. Apparently Courtois had a problem in the knee in El Clásico, during El Clásico. He is, though, completely okay. There's no any concern, any big problem or things like that. But tomorrow might be a very good opportunity for Carlo Ancelotti to give some minutes to Lunin, Andre Lunin, the goalkeeper who hasn't played a single minute so far in the season. So maybe Carlo Ancelotti considers to give him, 45 minutes or maybe 90 minutes. Because let me tell you what, Andre Lunin is, although we all know that Thibaut Courtois is the number one pick for Carlo Ancelotti, during the preseason, when Lunin played against Rangers and Milan, he did a great job. He had a bunch of saves that I said, oh my God, this guy is nuts. He's a very safe goalkeeper. He's a guy who is always in the right position, in the right place. That's why he has a lot of anticipation and he always looks ahead and he always thinks ahead and he always plans ahead. And he's never caught off guard or things like that because he's always in the right place, in the right moment, very 100% focused on the play. And to me, he's a great goalkeeper. And tomorrow, if he makes his debut, that'd be awesome. That'd be just awesome. And now the last thing I have to tell you guys is about the possibilities for Dani Carvajal to be lined up against Osasuna. To me, it is probably the right moment to put him in the squad, to put him on the field in the starting 11. But I wouldn't be surprised if I see to Lucas Vázquez in the first lineup. And that is because Dani Carvajal only played 7 minutes in El Clásico. So to me, he's probably not ready to go, is not ready yet. And Carlo Ancelotti might save him maybe for the next weekend. As you can imagine right now, as of tomorrow, all the way to November the 6th, Real Madrid will be playing every 2 days. So it is a very tight schedule, a very tight calendar. So we have to play a bunch of games, very important games. And of course, we need players ready to go. 100% okay, 100% shape, 100% ready, things like that. So that's why if we save to Carvajal for the next game, that would be also a very good idea. I'm okay with that. So now let's move on and let's talk a little bit about the words from Carlo Ancelotti. Very surprising words, by the way, regarding to Eden Hazard. He was asked about the situation of the Belgian player in Real Madrid and why he's not playing. Why he didn't even have a chance to play in a Clásico. Barely just 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. And Carlo Ancelotti has been very straight shooter and he has stated something that is, to me, really revealing and really, if I were Eden Hazard and I've listened these words, I would take action immediately. What Carlo Ancelotti said what Carlo Ancelotti has stated in this press conference, it is quote, the only problem for Eden Hazard it is that he has a coach who prefers another player ahead of him, who prefers another guy instead of Eden Hazard. So he has been pretty clear at this point. He has been very brutal, honest. I mean, very honest. He didn't want to cheat anybody. He didn't want to lie anybody. He really said the truth about his thoughts in the situation of Eden Hazard in Real Madrid. So for now, the main conclusion, my opinion, Eden Hazard should take from these words, it is okay. So as long as Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes, and these players are ready to go and prepare and, and doing a great job like they are doing right now, I have zero chance to play in this game. Okay. To play in this team. Okay. I will take action. I will try to look for another route. I'm going to try to talk this to my agent and see what is the best way for me, what is the best choice for me, what should I do now? Because of course, everybody knows that as long as Vinicius Jr. is still doing the great job he's doing, there's zero chance for Eden Hazard to steal or to get a spot in this Real Madrid. And it is not only Eden Hazard. The situation with Eden Hazard is the same thing with Camavinga or Marco Asensio, but there's only one difference. Camavinga and Marco Asensio are still, younger than Eden Hazard, so they might have more chances to play still in Real Madrid than Eden Hazard. So very controversial statement, very, very hot topic, this of about Eden Hazard. And let's wait and see what happened in the future, because nobody knows what the Belgian player is thinking right now. If I were him, I would definitely take action, whatever it is. Try another route, try another team, or try to get out of the Real Madrid, or get out of the squad in January, or try to find a solution. Because it's pretty clear I'm not going to play at all, as long as Vinicius Jr. is still up. So yeah, a lot of controversy, a lot of people commenting these words from Carlo Ancelotti, a lot of people talking about that right now. So let's see what happens. We will have to wait a little bit more. But to me, the decision has been made in Eden Hazard. And let me tell you what, this is very linked, this is very attached to the news that I delivered to you all this morning from Eduardo Inda, claiming Real Madrid is looking for an exit for Eden Hazard this winter market. So from my side, guys, I'm done here. Now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe my channel, Real Madrid Hub.